So guys, we've been reading y'all's comments, and a lot of you guys are unsure what the heck is going on. Why does it seem like we have completely abandoned ship when it comes to our cabin? Why have we stopped building it? What the heck is going on? I thought you guys were out here to build a cabin. Isn't that like your biggest priority in life?
Well, stay tuned to the end because we were gonna let you guys know on what's going on with our cabin and get you guys up to date.
This is our promised land. Remind me again how we started.
I'm Gary,
I'm Melanie.
and these are our kids. And we are Simple Life Reclaimed.
Fast chemicals react. Tide is high, but we keep on moving. Taking me back, and I'm never the same. I'm feeling at home. I'm calling your name when it can't be enough. When it's starting to change. Tide is high, but we keep on moving. Something, and we're not going back. Like playing no match. So we keep on moving. Fast chemicals react. Tide is high, but we keep on moving. Taking me back, and I'm never the same. I'm feeling at home. I'm calling your name when it can't be enough. When it's starting to change. Tide is high, but we keep on moving.
So you guys, in 2019, it's been a few years, I one day picked up a camera and I decided that I was gonna start vlogging our family's life.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't really do any social media at that time. I had given up Facebook. I still have an Instagram, but it's very minorly used. And YouTube was my way in order to stay in touch with our close, in-person friends and family, since we weren't doing any of the other normal social media types of ways.
Yep.
So I picked up a camera one day and I decided that I was going to start recording. Our very first video was us working on a chicken coop.
Yep, that very first chicken coop, we completely reclaimed every little piece that we could to build it.
Yeah.
Trampoline parts, pool parts, some random chicken wire that we had, and some other welded wire. A lot of everything that we could find.
Pretty much anything and everything that we could, you know, dumpster dive and figure out to make it work, we did. And it worked. It worked out really well. We were on a journey for self-sufficiency in the Arizona desert.
Yes.
That's where we lived at the time. And
that desert was a brutal desert to be able to try to be self-sustainable and not have to fight the battles of the sun and no water ever.
it is a tremendous challenge to do it. And Gary and I knew that we didn't want to stay in the desert forever. We knew that one day we wanted more of a forested landscape with, you know, rivers and creeks and water. And we just knew that the desert wasn't going to be where, you know, we rested our head for forever and always. So after you know, working it out and trial and error and trying to figure out if this is actually the lifestyle that we want to live, we decided that yes, it was the lifestyle that we wanted to live. And we knew that we were gonna have to move.
Yep. The biggest part of moving or wanting to move or anything else is trying to look at your financials and trying to get completely debt-free.
Yes.
Now, in doing that was a long process, but we were able to get completely debt-free out in Arizona before we sold the house, which was our last big asset, and we were able to be debt-free and be able to come on this beautiful journey.
So how we got debt-free was we followed Dave Ramsey's financial freedom plan. Actually, I'm going to link a book of his down in the description below. Follow the plan, man. I'm telling you, it worked for us. We never saw a way out of it.
I was a naysayer for a long time.
He was.
It worked. I'm not going to lie.
It took me, like, we went through our struggles, man. We went through our struggles. He didn't see how it was going to work. I was convinced it was going to work. Long story short, it worked. So
yes.
If we can do it, you guys can do it. And I will never forget the day that we paid off our last thing and we did the debt-free scream. That was just amazing. And it led us and it opened up doors and possibilities for us to be able to make our dreams a reality. So all the while we're learning how to do stuff in Arizona, we're becoming self-sufficient. We start looking at the assets around us, and you know, we wanted to kind of look at different land and different places and figure out where we're going to be.
We looked all over in Idaho, Montana. We looked in bits of Utah and Arizona, and then we're out here in Arkansas.
Yeah.
We've seen some actually in Missouri and some other places and whatnot, and it was, we're like, you know, no, I know exactly where it is. That's it. That's it.
We actually found this property off of the wrong phone number. And when we were on our property search going across the country, that's when a lot of you subscribers had joined our journey.
Yes.
We had built up a good base while we were in Arizona, people that just were like-minded folks, and they were our friends, and you guys are still our friends. So thank you guys for being here, all you long-timers.
The OGs.
But, yeah, the OGs. But essentially, once we started really doing it, once we became debt-free and we started going across the country and looking at different lands and different properties, that's when a lot of the folks started to join our journey and to get on board with us. After we found our property off of the wrong phone number, mind you, there's a YouTube playlist on the whole property search.
Yep.
Go check that thing out over there somewhere. Go check it out. It's on our channel. After we found our property and we went home, we immediately started figuring out, okay, how are we going to do this? So we had to gut our camper trailer.
Yep, we had to rip out the whole back end out of our trailer because it was completely waterlogged. And
Moldy.
Come to find out, so was the floor back there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting. But we got that done.
Yeah, that was challenging for sure. And we decided we were going to take this camper trailer because it was paid off.
Yep.
And that was going to be our home while we build a home out here in Arkansas.
Yep.
Now we've gone through several different design plans and ideas since we were in Arizona to now. At first we were talking about building a Quonset hut.
Yep. And then we were looking at, you know, getting the barn-dominium aspects, as well as looking at earth homes and,
Yeah, like the Hobbit home, right?
you know, and we were looking at a lot of different aspects. And then when we picked the actual spot and we said, hey, it's going to be right here on the hill, I decided, you know what, let's build a basement. Because if I go put footings in there or anything else, by the time I get to this backside, the very low part of the hill, it would have been like 9 feet from the ground. So why not just dig it out and do a basement?
Yeah, so we decided we were gonna do a basement with a cabin upstairs, and even the cabin upstairs has gone through many transformations since we initially broke ground.
A lot.
Which huge shout out and thank you to Quest Matrix for all the design plans. Sean, you are the best, thank you so much. One of our amazing subscribers actually is the one that helped us to design our floor plans.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's gone through a lot of changes, guys. We've had to be fluid with our build. I mean, at one point we thought we were going to be doing a log cabin. We were working towards that, but then when it started, you know, we started actually doing
Moving the logs and trying to get them up on a thing about this high, and we're like, oh my goodness, we're going to need a tractor, we're going to need to get cranes, we're going to need this and that.
And the cost started rising.
Yep.
So although the material, you know, would have been free since it was logs that they used or logs that we got from when we cleared out this area.
Yep.
The other cost would have gone up so much to where it was like we can't do it and stay debt-free.
Yep.
Now, being debt-free is a huge part of our journey. That actually takes a big role on why we do things when we do things, because we're paying for it as cash as we go. We're not millionaires, friends. We are not. We came here with a good amount of savings from selling all of our assets and our home back in Arizona. But honestly, we are paying as we go. We do earn money on YouTube, so thank you so much for watching. You guys are helping right now for free on your end, but you're contributing to it.
Yep.
And then also sponsor deals and stuff. So that's how we're actually able to continue the dream and to continue doing this. Now, The cabin is, of course, a huge part of our dream. Having a beautiful place to live in this amazing scenery. Who wouldn't want this, right?
Yes.
But another huge part of it for us is we wanted to raise our children in an environment where they can go outside and play, where they can run without shoes on, not have to worry about the creepy neighbor next door kind of a thing, where we could learn to be self-sufficient and eat off of the land, and to kind of get back to nature and to get back to the simple way of living. That's to us what Simple Life Reclaimed means.
Yes.
Simple Life Reclaimed means reclaiming the simple things in life. In order to do that, we knew we needed to move here, and we needed to unlearn a lot of the things that we had learned while city living.
Correct.
And just try and fail and try and fail and never give up, guys. I guess that's the big takeaway from our channel, is don't ever give up.
Anybody can do it as long as you have the drive to do it.
Yes. Now, we are not experienced contractors, as you guys know. This is our very first home build, and it's been really exciting. I mean, look at you now. You're like practically a professional block mason.
That's still nuts to me. I never would have thought that I would have been laying those blocks. Huge shout out to you, Nick, Mudman Masonry out there.
Yeah.
You gave me a huge helping hand and showed me the way, because yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that without you.
He gave you the greatest gift ever, and that was the gift of knowledge.
Correct.
Yes. So a big thing for us moving out here, like we just said, was so our children can grow up, I guess, more of the way that we grew up in the 80s and the 90s, you know, more carefree, being able to go down to the creek and have time with their cousin, and just to grow up simpler. They're pretty much outside kids.
Yep.
They're always outside running here and running there, and we are teaching them these valuable lessons that we're learning right alongside with them. Growing food, growing animals, learning about where it comes from, how to get more. It's not just the food and the animals, but it's the life skills that we're all learning together through the hard lessons and hard work that we've been having to struggle through.
Yep.
So I am super happy with where we are. I know that a lot of you guys have some major questions in regards to, again, why we're not building on our cabin. What's going on? How come? What's going on, right? Our biggest reason for not building on the cabin anymore is that it's summertime, guys.
It's all about the kids. The biggest part of this whole simplistic lifestyle aspect, it's all about the kids.
100%.
If we can't give the kids 100% on any of this, then there's no point in doing this.
Exactly.
And we've been, you know, putting off the kids' summers every summer to build them a home and get them going that way. And it's a struggle regardless on trying to build something like that and keep an eye on your kid and keep them occupied and in a routine of schoolwork or whatever it is while you're working. So I'm really happy that we've been able to take this summer off and be able to spend it as like a family, and to be able to do anything around here and actually explore Arkansas. We've been here now for almost 3 years, and this is the first summer that we've actually been able to do anything.
Have a few lake days here and there, you know, enjoy the fruits of our labor, so to speak. The children come first in our life. And I know that the first summer we were out here jackhammering, digging, getting everything ready, that's because we still lived in the trailer. And at that time, our highest priority was getting us out of the trailer in a more stable place to live. And so the first year we spent it doing that. The second year we were building up on all the blocks and everything. Well, now that we have a stable place to live, a nice, solid, comfortable roof over our head, we can take that little time to enjoy the journey, enjoy the whole reason why we came out here. Again, we're Simple Life Reclaimed because we're trying to reclaim those simple things in life. And nothing about building is simple. Let me just tell you, not one bit of it.
If this was a building channel and we called ourselves Simple Life Reclaimed, it would be an
oxymoron.
Exactly. Because building's not simple, and there's a lot that goes into it, and then, yeah. So I'm very happy to be able to enjoy this time and be able to take our time out here in the summer and spend time on the garden, spend time on our outside animals, spend
Yes.
time for, you know, our dogs, and spend time for our kids' play set and other
Yeah,
stuff
the
like
things that we got
that. The
coming down
things
the
that
pipe.
we, you know, we still want to do on the property and make sure that that gets done, you know.
Yep.
But we can't do all that if our main focus is on that.
Right. So building the house is obviously a huge part of the journey, but we're not just building a cabin, guys. We're building a complete homestead from raw land.
Yes.
Now, in order to make it self-sustainable, we had to get wells dug. I mean, we have had to do so much. We finally got our garden to a point where it's starting to produce some goodies, which you guys are going to be seeing soon. And we've got some rabbits and chickens, so our meat production is getting up there too. So little by little, you know, we're actually achieving those things that we set out to do. So for us and for the direction of our channel, we are still in line 100% of where we wanted to be, what we want to do. And we're going to continue and maintain being a family vlog channel.
Yep.
To those of you guys that are only interested in the cabin work is going to continue, but we are always going to be a family vlog. Make
Correct.
no mistake about that. We are always going to be recording whatever is going on in our life. And that's the whole reason why we started recording, was so that way we would have something to look back on. And also we'd be able to share our updates with our family and our friends. And it's, yeah, so doing YouTube, it's kind of transformed into a business, which I am so grateful to every
Yes.
single one of you guys for allowing us to do what we do, allowing me to have that creative outlet.
Yes.
But I don't want to lose myself in the process. I don't want to create videos just because I know that's what, you know, people are wanting to see, because then it's inauthentic to us.
Correct.
And so if we put out videos nonstop of just building, what's gonna happen when you guys when we're done building? Y'all gonna abandon us? Like, our channel has always been a vlog, and it's always gonna be a vlog, guys.
Yep. So for those that are extremely worried about our roof zip board and its exposure to the elements and everything else, I'm gonna explain a little bit to you guys. I'm a really attention to detail OCD kind of guy.
You don't say.
Now, I did want to go up there and zip, flash, you know, seal everything with the, you know, the actual caulking and everything, but I'm not gonna need to, because I'm gonna be putting the ice and water shield over the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if there is any little pinhole leaks or anything else, or if anything sort of, you know, eats away a little here and there and it's not fully gone through because of the elements, it's not going to be a big deal, because it's going to be fully ice and water shield all over it. So not only the ice and water shield that I need to get put up there, I also need to extend all the roofing over the patios. Patios are not built yet, so
Yeah, we
I
got
gotta wait on that one.
some decking to do back here, a mudroom to do in the front. And guys, we can do that when the kids go back in school.
Yes.
Right now, our biggest priority was checking off some of these smaller things off of our list so we can get those tiny victories, which feels so amazing when you can start and finish a project really quick. That feels great, especially when you're on a marathon project like the cabin, because that one's, it's still gonna be a while until it's done.
It's gonna be a long while on that one.
It's still gonna be a while, but it feels really good to be able to finish, you know, these littler projects off the old list. And then again, it brings the kids into it as well. We're gardening with the children. They're helping with the animals. They're learning these day-to-day life lessons. You can never get time with your kids back.
No.
And they are 100% the whole reason why we're even out here doing this is because of them.
Nope.
So I have no regrets.
None whatsoever.
So I want to make one thing abundantly clear in the nicest, most sincere way possible. We're going to finally answer that big burning question that you guys have. When? When
are you gonna get back to that cabin build?
Yes, and honestly, the answer is we are not going to be working on the cabin until the kids are back in school and the summer is over and we have checked some of these littler things off the old to-do list.
Yes.
We've already made huge strides, as you guys have been seeing in our last videos, with the garden, with the rabbitry, with the chicken coops. We still have something else that we got to get done. We still got to build another big hen hen house for the chickens. We still got to build our kids' play set that we've been promising them for the last 2 summers and have been too busy to do. And then pretty much we got a little thing we got to do for the dogs. You guys are going to see that coming up soon too, but right around that time I think summer's going to be about over.
Yep.
And then then it's back to work on the cabin. So for everybody that's going to be hanging around with us through all of these things, through our highs, through our lows, we love you sincerely from the bottom of our heart, and we thank you for joining our journey and being a part of our family.
Yes.
So that's the big when, guys. That is the big when. So I want to apologize if you guys have ever been confused about our timelines and stuff. I hope that you guys can join us over on Real Talk with SLR. I'm going to put a link over there. But on that channel, that's where we discuss our day-to-day plans and, you know, what's kind of going on. And we discuss, you know, what's happening in our life. I guess more on a day-to-day basis. So if you guys are ever wondering anything, that's where you guys can go to find that out. But as for here on Simple Life Reclaimed, we're just going to continue to record our life as it happens, and we hope that you guys will join us for the journey of it. So we are going to run, guys. We'll be back with a new episode for Simple Life Reclaimed coming on Monday. We are building on something, although it's not the cabin. We're still working, guys. We're still working. So you guys can stay tuned for that. So until the next one, friends, we truly love you guys. Thank you for being a part of our life and our journey. And until the next one, we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.